Hello students, let's solve few more problems of determining residential status. Mr. Anup, a citizen of India serving in Germany since 2006, came to India for the first time on 31st August 2015. He stayed here for 3 years and left for England on September 1st, 2018. He returned to India on 2nd May 2019 and remained in India till August 22, 2019. Then he went back to Germany. He again came to India as an employee of the business firm of Germany in India. On January 11, 2020, he again came to India on January 11, 2020. Determine his residential status for the previous year, 1920. So, Mr. Anup is citizen of India, but he has come to India. It is not a casual visit. He has come for employment in India, right? So, second basic condition is relevant, okay? In this case, so he has come to India in January 2020. So, let's compute number of days of stay in India during the previous year 1920. So during the previous year 1920, he returned to India on 2nd May 2019. So left for England on September 1st, 2018. So September 2018 he left and then he came back on 2nd May. So okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. My pen stopped working. Okay. So 2nd May 2019 he came to India. 2nd May 2019 he came to India and remained in India till August 22, 2019. So to August 22 August, that is 8, 2019, and then he went back to Germany. He again came to India as an employee of the business firm of Germany in India on 11th January 2020. So then he came on 11th January 2020 and he was here. Okay, so this is not a casual visit. Okay, so till 31st March 2020. Fine. So let's count his stay in India for the previous year 2019-20. Okay, so he came in the month of May. In the month of May there is how many days? April, May, 31 days. So 1st May he was not there. Okay, and he was there since 2nd May. So that means May 30 days. June 30 days. July 31 days. August 22 days. Then he came back in the month of January. So January 10 days he wasn't there till 10th January, right? So that means 21 days of January he was there in India. So the day Assasi comes to India, that day is counted as if he was there in India. So till 10th January he wasn't there, from 11th January to 31st January, so which is 21 days. Okay, then February, because it's a leap year, so 29 days, and then March 31 days. So 30 plus 30 plus 31 plus 22 plus 21 plus 29 plus 31. Please calculate. 30, 31. So 30 plus 31 plus 22, 21, 29, 31. 22, 21, 29, 31. So 194 days. He was in India for 194 days. He satisfies the first basic condition, therefore he is resident. Okay. Now let us calculate whether he is ordinary resident or not an ordinary resident. Okay. So now we know he is resident. So let's see his preceding 10 years and preceding 7 years. Okay. So Mr. Anup, a citizen of India serving in Germany since 2006, came to India for the first time on 31st August 2015. So from August 31st 2015 he came to India. So that means from previous year 15-16 he was there in India. Before that he was not there in India. Okay. So 2015-16, 2016-17, 2017-18, 2017-18, 2018-19, right? So these are the 4 years preceding the previous year. You don't need actually 4 years, you need 10 years and 7 years. But you know that 2014-15 and 2013-14 and all those years he was not there in India at all. So he was there for 0 days. Right? Okay. I'll write those years also. Okay. So you can say that instead of writing like this, I'll write like this. So to determine whether the assessee is ordinary resident or not an ordinary resident, there are 2 additional conditions. Out of 10 years, he should be resident for minimum 2 years. Okay. And during 7 years preceding the previous year, his stay should be more than 730 days. So let's see that. So the 10 years preceding the previous year 1920 is 2018-19, 2017-18, 2016-17, 2015-16, 2014-15, 2013-14, 2012-13, 2011-12, 2010-11 and 2009-10. So these are the 10 years preceding the previous year. And he came to India on 31st August 2015, right? So he came to India on 31st August 2015. So before that he was never in India. So these years he was there only for 0 days. So yeah. So that means he was non-resident till 2000. From 2009-10 to 2014-15 he was non-resident because he was never in India. Okay, not even 60 days. So now let's see 15-16. During 15-16 he came to India on 31st August 2015 and stayed here for 3 years. Okay. And left England on 1st September 2018. That means from 15th August from 15th August 2015 he was there till 1st September 2018. That means to 1st September is here. To 1st September 2018. So during 15-16 he was there in India from 15th August 2015 to 31st March. Okay, 2016. So in the month of August he was there. Now August has 31 days. Okay, out of that 14 days he was not there in India. So 31 minus 14, So August 17 days, August 17 days, September 30 days, October 31 days, November 30 days, December 31 days, okay, January 31 days, February 2016 is a leap year, so 29 days, and March 31 days. So these many days he was there in India during the year 1516, okay. 1617, 1718, the whole year he was there in India, which is 365 days. Okay. And during 1819, from 1st April 2018 to 1st September 2018, he was there in India. And later, yeah, then he returned on May 2019. Fine. So, here also, when you calculate, April 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, July 31 days, August 31 days, and September 1 day, because he came on 1st September. He left on 1st September. Right. So 18, 19, 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 1. 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30, 31, 30, 31, 31, 1. 31 plus 1. So he was there for 154 days. 154 days during 1819. And during 1516, he was there for 17 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31. Okay. 17 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31. 17, 30, 31, 30, 31, 31, 29, 31. Plus 29 plus 31. So 230 days. 230 days. Okay. So when you see this, okay, so during 1819 he stayed in India for 154 days, which is more than 60. It is less than 192. Sorry, it is less than 182, but it is more than 60. And preceding 4 years, his stay in India was more than 365. Preceding 4 years means from 2017-18 to 2014-15 to 17-18. So that total is more than 365. That means during 1819 he was resident, right? By satisfying second basic condition, he becomes resident. Okay. 17-18 more than 182 days, so resident. First basic condition. 16-17 also resident. Okay. And 15-16 also he was resident. Correct. And from 2009-10 to 14-15, all the time he was non-resident. Right. So out of 10 years, 4 years he was resident. That means he satisfies first additional condition. Okay. So out of 10 years, 4 years he was resident. So he satisfies first basic condition. First additional condition. Second additional condition, number of days of stay in India during 7 years preceding the previous year. So 7 years preceding the previous year is till from 2012-13 to 2018-19, right? So his number of stay in India during 7 years preceding the previous year is 154 plus 365 plus 365 plus 230. 154 plus 365 plus 365 plus 230. 154 plus 365 plus 365 plus 230. So it comes to 1114. So 1114 1114. Okay. So during 7 years preceding the previous year, his stay in India is more than 730 days, right? And out of 10 years preceding the previous year, he is resident for 2 years, more than 2 years. He is resident. At least 2 years he has to be resident, and he is resident for 4 years. So he satisfies both the additional condition. Therefore, he is resident. He is ordinarily resident. Okay, so he satisfies the first basic condition, and he also satisfies both the additional condition. Therefore, he is ordinarily resident. Got it? So just take down the answer. I have already written the answer. So computation of number of days of stay in India during the previous year 1920, it comes to 194 days. Here I have shown only 4 years. So from this itself, you know that he is ordinary resident, because 4 years he is resident, and he was resident, and the total is more than 730 days. His stay in India during 7 years preceding the previous year is 730 days. So Mr. Anup has been in India for 194 days during the previous year 1920. So he satisfies the first basic condition and becomes resident in India during the previous year 1920. At the same time, he has been resident in India for more than 2 years out of 10 years preceding the previous year, and has stayed for more than 730 days during the 7 years preceding the previous year. So he satisfies both the additional condition. Thus, by satisfying one of the basic condition and one of the basic condition, okay, I have missed a sentence here. Thus, by satisfying one of the basic condition and both additional condition, Mr. Anup becomes ordinarily resident in India during the previous year 2019-20. Okay, just make the changes. By satisfying one of the basic condition and both additional condition, Mr. Anup becomes ordinarily resident in India during the previous year 2019-20. Okay. Now let's solve the next question. Okay. Mr. Krishna, a Indian citizen serving in America since 2007, came to India for first time on 25th January 2009. He stayed here up to 13th June 2009, on which day he left for England. He came to India on 1st March 2010 on an assignment and remained here until 14th January 2011, when he went back to America. He came to India on 1st November 2012 on vacation and remained here up to 26th April 2013, when he was sent to Nepal by his employer. He returned to America on 1st January 2014. Okay. On 1st June 2015, he came to India again on visit. He left India for America on 30th September 2015. He came back to India on 1st December 2016 and remained here up to 31st July 2017, when he left for UK. He returned to India on 1st September 2019 on vacation and remained here up to 15th December 2019, when he went back to USA. Find out his residential status for previous year 2019-20. Okay, Mr. Krishna is an Indian citizen. From the first line you come to know that. And during the previous year 2019-20, during the previous year 2019-20, he came back to India on 1st September 2019 on a vacation, on a vacation, that means it is a casual visit, okay, and remained here to up to 15th December 2019. Because Mr. Krishna is an Indian citizen and who does not live in India, he has come to India only for a visit. So in that case, for him, second basic condition is irrelevant. So let us check whether he satisfies the first basic condition. If he satisfies the first basic condition, he is resident. If he does not satisfy the first basic condition, he is non-resident. Okay. Let us count his number of days in India during the previous year 2019-20. So during the previous year 2019-20, he was in India from 1st September 2019 to 15th December 2019. So September 30 days, October 31 days, November 30 days, and December 15 days. So 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 15. 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 15. So he was there in India for 106 days, 106 days. So his stay in India during the previous year 2019-20 is 106 days, okay, and he has come here on a visit and he is Indian citizen, okay. So in this case, second basic condition is irrelevant, okay. He does not satisfy the first basic condition, therefore he is non-resident. Okay, so I've already written the answer. This is the way you will be writing in your exam. Computation of number of days of stay in India during the previous year 2019-20, it comes to 106 days. Mr. Krishna has been in India for only 106 days during the previous year 1920, so he does not satisfy the first basic condition. Since he left, oh sorry, no, this answer is not correct. I'm so sorry. Since he came back to India he has come to India on a vacation and he is Indian citizen, okay. Since he has come to India on a vacation and he is Indian citizen, second basic condition is irrelevant. Thus, by not satisfying the basic condition, Mr. Krishna becomes non-resident in India during the previous year 2019-20. Yes, this is the correct answer. Okay, now let's see the next question. Okay, Mr. Peter, a foreign citizen, leaves India for the first time in last 20 years on November 18, 2017. During the year 2018, he came to India on 1st September and stayed for the period of 30 days. Okay. During the year 2019, he did not visit India at all. He came to India on January 17, 2020 and did not leave thereafter. Determine residential status of Mr. Peter for the assessment year 2021 if he is an Indian origin, if he is not an Indian origin. Okay. So if he is foreign national of Indian origin, let's first we'll calculate number of days of stay in India during the previous year 2019-20. So you are supposed to determine the residential status of Mr. Peter for the assessment year 2020-21, right? So the relevant previous year for assessment year 2021 is previous year 1920. Okay, so during the previous year 2019-20, his stay in India was from 17 January 2020 to 31st March 2020, right? So January, so till 16th January he was not in India. So 31 minus 16, it comes to 15 days of January. February 29 days, and March 31 days. So when you total it, it comes to 75 days, right? Okay, so yeah, so he was in India for 75 days during the previous year 1920. Now let us check during 4 years preceding the previous year how many days he was in India. Okay, because if he is an Indian origin, then second basic condition is irrelevant, but he is not an Indian origin, then second basic condition is relevant, right? So we will calculate, okay, his stay in India preceding the previous year. So preceding the previous years are 2018-19, 2018-19. So during 2018-19, Mr. Peter leaves India for the first time on November 18, 2017. 18 November 2017. Okay. During the year 2018, he came to India on 1st September and stayed here for the period of 30 days. Okay. So 18-19, I assume he has come to on 1st September, right? So that means during the previous year 18-19, he was there for 30 days. Okay. During the year 2019, he did not visit India at all. Okay, and he came to India. Fine. So a foreign citizen leaves India for the first time. So he was in India itself, but he is a foreign citizen, and he was there for last 20 years, and he is going outside India for the first time on November 18, 2017. Okay. So 2017-18, he left India on 18th November for the first time. 18 November 2017. So that means from 1st April 2017 to 18 November 2017 he was in India. So let's calculate number of days. April 30 days, May 31, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 18. So when you total this, it comes to 232 days. Okay. Okay. And before that, he was always in India. So 17-18, 2016-17, 365 days. 2015-16, 366 days because it is a leap year. Okay. And 2000, so all the years he was in India for 20 years. Okay. So yeah, You don't need to consider, you don't need to show all the years because it's not required. Seeing this 4 years itself, I can say that 1819 he does not satisfy first basic condition, and he does not satisfy second basic condition also, because this is not more than 60, so he was non-resident, right? During 1718 he is resident. During 1617 again he is resident more than 182 days, and 1516 also resident. So out of 10 years preceding the previous year, more than 2 years he is resident, and the total is more than 730 for sure. 366 plus 365 plus 332 plus 30. So all the years he was in India only actually. So the total is more than 730. So he satisfies during 7 years preceding the previous year, his stay in India is more than 730 days. So he satisfies the second additional condition as well. Right? So he becomes a ordinary resident in that case. Okay. Now you have calculated number of days of stay in India for the previous year 1920. Okay, and for the previous year 1819, 1718, 1617 and 1516. Okay. Now first part, he is an Indian origin. When he is an Indian origin, a foreign national of Indian origin has come to India. He has come to India during the previous year 1920 for a visit, right? So in this case, second basic condition is irrelevant. He satisfies the first basic condition. He does not satisfy first basic condition. Okay, he does not satisfy first basic condition. Second basic condition is irrelevant. Therefore, he is non-resident. So for A, he is non-resident. Okay, for the first part, he is an Indian origin. If he is an Indian origin, he is non-resident. Okay, he is not an Indian origin. When he is not an Indian origin, in that case, first basic condition he does not satisfy, but he satisfies the second basic condition. Okay, his stay in India is for during the previous year 1920 is more than 60 days, right? And preceding 4 years, his stay in India is 30 days plus 232 plus 365 plus 366. The total is more than 365, right? So second basic condition he satisfies, therefore he is resident, and he satisfies both the additional condition. Out of 10 years preceding the previous year, more than 2 years he is resident, right? Here also he is resident, and previous year 14, 15, 13, 12, all those years also he is resident. So out of 10 years, more than 2 years he is resident, and during 7 years preceding the previous year, his stay in India is more than 730 days, right? Therefore, he satisfies both the additional condition. So he is ordinarily resident. So for B, he is ordinarily okay. Take down the answer. The relevant previous year for the assessment year 2021 is 1920. Previous year 1920. Computation of number of days for stay in India during the previous year 1920. It comes to 75 days. Okay. So years preceding the previous year. He is an Indian origin. If he is an Indian origin, he is non-resident because he does not satisfy first basic condition, and second basic condition cannot be applied to him. Okay, because he is foreign citizen of Indian origin, right? Therefore he is non-resident. Okay, and if he is not Indian origin, he fulfills second basic condition under section 6 subsection 1 and both the additional condition under section 6 subsection 6. So he is resident and ordinarily resident. Okay. Now let's see the next question. I want all my students to solve it themselves. Okay, that is the homework for the day. Thank you very much, students. Have a great day. That's it for the day. Thank you so much.